You know, I didn't want to make this video, but after thinking about it, I just felt like I had to. And, you know, a little bit about me. You know, I'm from an abusive home. I left home when I was 17 years old. And my father was an alcoholic and was extremely verbally abusive. Told me I would never amount to anything. Told me I was worthless from my earliest memories. And I left there at the age of 17 and never went back. And I now own 4 homes, a couple of rental properties, got my own shop, got a pretty good retirement, made enough money to send 3 foster kids to college, raise my autistic grandson, and deal with a heroin addicted child. And I'm a lot of things, but I'm not stupid. And what's a fan? Well, I think I'm a fan. I've been there from day one. I've bought every single one of your albums. Everyone you've ever tried to promote, I've promoted. I've liked every video you've ever posted, put a thumbs up on it, made a couple comments, shared it when I felt like it ought to be shared, turned your music on to as many people as possible, been to 2 concerts, bought your merch. Every time somebody tried to fuck you over, I had your back. When the little lesbian tried to get you canceled for sexual assault, I was in the comments punching people in the face. And when the bitch from Canada tried to get a domestic violence on you, I had your back. When Justin Adams said all that crap about you and your mom, I had your back. When Johnny Gobble was doing his shit, I had your back. And yeah, I'd like to think I'm a fan. And I might not be able to write some words that rhyme and sell them to people, but you know, I managed one of the largest undercar shop chains in the United States and retired from there, and have done pretty damn well for myself. And I've been roaming this earth 30 years more than you have. I'm twice your age. So I know for certain I have some wisdom that you don't have. And I'm going to tell you, you're wrong. What you're doing's wrong. And I don't believe for a minute that you don't give a shit whether or not your YouTube channel gets canceled. Because we've all seen you flip out when somebody tried to have you canceled. So don't stand here and pretend like it doesn't matter to you. I find it insulting, to be honest with you. Because that's your connection to your fans, is your social media. So if you don't give a shit about it, what's that say about us? You know, I consider myself a creeker, as good as anybody. And you know, you've got 2 kinds of friends in this world, especially when you're a celebrity, or you're a boss, somebody in charge. Because I've dealt with that politics many times. And you've got 2 kinds of friends. You've got the kind of friends that are just yes boys. We'll agree with everything you say, just cheer on anything you say and do, recklessly, blindly, because they want your attention, they want your approval, they want something from you. And then you've got your real friends that'll tell you that your breath stinks before you're ready to go on a date. Or tell you that, you know, somebody's been banging your girlfriend. Or tell you that, you know, the shoes you have on look like shit. Then there's those kind of friends that just want the best for you because they care about you. And I got a question for you. Why would you be giving Adventures with Purpose your $100,000 Hellcat if there's no evidence that this child was real? And are you the least bit concerned that her parents or loved ones might see this shit storm now? That you've got hundreds of people on the internet talking about this, of her not being real. And that shit's going to be hurtful. And there's been people a hell of a lot bigger than you canceled for a hell of a lot less. There's been people with 30 million subscribers just disappear off social media. They're just gone. They're probably working a real job now. And for you to act like, I hate to do it, but I'm going to bring it up. Alex Jones. Alex Jones had 30 million followers. He had a media empire. Let me see you find him anywhere on the internet now. Because he said some dead kids weren't real. He said some dead kids were fake. And one of the parents at Sandy Hook was offended enough that they got a lawyer and they filed a suit, and a jury just awarded them $44 million that Alex Jones don't have, which means for the rest of his life, every dime he earns is going to go to those people, including, they got his life insurance. The jury even awarded them his life insurance. So when he dies, his kids will have to pay to bury him because the family of those dead kids is getting life insurance. And what you're doing is playing with fire. Ryan, it's absurd to suggest this child's not real. It's just absurd. And if you claim you can't find any evidence of this child, I'm going to poke holes in some of the stuff you said. And I'm only doing this because I give a shit. For one, your theory about no Amber Alert. For somebody that claims to be such an internet, investigator and so wise beyond your years, the guidelines that constitute an Amber Alert are one Google search away. Not one thing about the Kiely Rodni case constituted an Amber Alert. The Amber Alert system is not for teens that didn't come home. It's not for somebody you don't know where they're at. It's not for a missing person. The Amber Alert is for a known abducted child. A child that's been abducted. Someone saw them be abducted. And they're currently under the control of someone that abducted them. That is what the Amber Alert's for. And it rings a 200-mile radius of where they feel the abduction took place. And there would have never been an Amber Alert in a woman calling the police and saying, hey, my teenager didn't come home last night. Your goddamn phone would be blowing up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and nobody'd pay any attention to it anymore. So that's why they have very strict rules when it comes to the Amber Alert. So that's why there was no Amber Alert in the Kiely Rodni case, Mr. Internet Investigator, and all you stupid people that just don't know nothing. And for you also to claim that there's no evidence of this child. Well, you didn't look very fucking hard, because did you go to her grandfather's Facebook page? Did you go to her grandmother's Facebook page? Did you go to her mom's Facebook page, her dad's Facebook page, her aunt's Facebook page? Because there's plenty of evidence here all over those. There's pictures of her of a baby as a little kid. There's pictures of her learning to drive. There's videos of her learning to drive a car. There's videos of her driving her mom's SUV through four-wheel drive trails and through a tunnel. Did you go to the school and look at the yearbooks? They're online. There's pictures of her in every yearbook from 1st grade to 10th. I investigated. Me and my friends investigated, and there's no evidence whatsoever of this child. And what you're also suggesting, when you claim there's no evidence of this child, is that Adventures with Purpose stopped an active, missing person investigation that they were currently working, drove 500 and some miles straight through to then dive down and come back up and lie and say they found her in her car. But you don't have no evidence she's real. That can only mean one thing, Ryan. You either believe that Adventures with Purpose are liars, and you're about to give liars a $100,000 Hellcat for lying, or you believe they found her body in the car. So what you're doing is you're sending out a very mixed message to a lot of your fans. So it's completely natural for people to be going, what the hell is going on? And for you to just attack us and call us stupid, it's just damn disrespectful, pal. When you get to a point where you're not willing to take any criticism at all from your loyal fans, you're on your way out, man. You're on your way down. You're living too large. And you talk about going hanging out with real people. Sounds to me like you're hanging out with people that just kiss your ass all day and tell you you're right no matter what. You're not right about this. What you're doing's wrong. What you're doing's wrong. Adventures with Purpose. Come and say, yeah, we found her in the car, we saw her body. And you're standing here saying there's no evidence of her. So you're calling them liars. You're calling her parents liars. Let me tell you something. If that was my dead child, I would hire an attorney and I'd come after your ass. Big time. And that's what we're worried about. Your fans that care about you. We don't want to see you destroyed. We don't want to see you get canceled. If you had any sense at all, you'd walk this shit back. I mean, dude. I don't know what you're trying to do, saying two different things, talking out of both sides of your mouth. The shit you found out about Icked Mel was true. Icked Mel is a piece of shit that was staging calls with made-up stories about eyewitnesses to boost views to his channel. That's true. That he did do that. And you exposed that. That's awesome. That's as deep as it goes. That's it. There isn't anything else. You know, a conspiracy has to have a purpose. There has to be a reward, an intent for there to be a conspiracy. Alex Jones's conspiracy, for example, he believed they staged a school shooting to help bolster support to ban guns. That was the conspiracy. What's the conspiracy in hoaxing a missing child from a family that's little known, and then hoaxing finding her, then hoaxing having a funeral, and then hoaxing going back to your normal life? What did it achieve? What would be the goal for doing that? Hey, Adventures with Purpose. Hey, I know you guys are busy and you found 26 missing people so far, but need your help. We're putting on this hoax about this missing girl, and we're having a hard time selling it because there's this rapper, this country rapper, that sort of uncovered our secret. So would you guys be willing to come and, say you found her body in the car for us? There's a reward and everything. Would you do that? Don't be ridiculous. Of course this girl's real. What the hell's the matter with you? What are you doing?